pals, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing our recap for the month, but this month we are doing May and June together. So my May was really busy, but not in the crochet, knit, reading kind of vibe. I moved, I started a new job, I had like a ton of anxiety through the whole thing, so I really wasn't able to get a whole lot read or made. I did do a couple things. I'll show everything to you, of course, because this is the recap, but yeah, so May was really little, so I figured I wasn't gonna make a video on it, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just add it on to June's and that'll be fine anyway because we'll be in the new place and everything should be settled in. And yeah, so what we'll do first is I'll go over everything I read and then I'll go over everything I worked on. I've got just a couple whips and then the rest of them are finished projects, but yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Okay, so I am gonna be looking down a little bit because I have a notebook with all of my books on it because I did read quite a bit I read a lot in June. So for May, I read 2 books. I read In the End, which was an ARC. It's incredible. I rated it 5 stars. I'll put it up here on the screen with like release dates and everything like that because some of these are gonna be ARCs. But so In the End, incredible book, really great. I personally, I'm just gonna clarify, don't agree with like 90% of the decisions made in the book, but the book was good. The second book I read is called Pirate's Witch. I have no idea how this got on my Kindle. It is a dark romance. I rated it 3 stars. It was fine, but like, I don't know where it came from. So I have a couple friends that have my Kindle email, and then I have some publishers that have my Kindle email, but I don't know where it came from. So there's this book. That's really all I have to say about that. So June was filled with a lot of 3-star books, like a ton of them. So I read Here for the Wrong Reasons. This is like a Bachelor vibe, but it's 2 female main characters and then a male kind of main character, love triangle type thing. Daughter of No Worlds was a buddy read. I read this. It was good. Like, none of these were bad books. They're just 3 stars. So they were like fine. Like, I would recommend them. I would read them. I probably wouldn't reread them, but I would, like, I'm glad I read them. They were good. So Daughter of No Worlds is a fantasy, a little bit of romance. It was a little slow for me, but like, it was a good book. Like, I'm not mad that I read it. Honey was a book of the month choice. I got this as an ARC. It was again fine. I'm not like a huge fan of the way the story was told, but the story itself was good. You're So Vine, again, a really cute rom-com, and then The 7-10 Split, another really cute rom-com. Both of those I read as ARCs as well. Thank you, NetGalley, for giving them to me. And then my 5-star, oh my gosh, 10 stars, like, we're just gonna go there. It's called Peppermint Bark No Bite. This one isn't out yet. It comes out July 25th. Super excited about it. Make sure you put it on your Goodreads. Make sure you put it on your TBR. Make sure you pre-order it because this is probably my favorite like Christmas in July rom-com that I've read right now. Like, I'm obsessed with it. So highly recommend it. It's really cute. Make sure you go save it. And yeah, that's everything I read in May and June. All of my reviews are up on my Goodreads. They're also up on my website. And then if you have any questions, obviously, just put them in the comments. I'd love to chat with you about them. And if you've read any of them, let me know what your thoughts were because I love to read other people's reviews after, obviously, I write my own because I don't want it to get skewed. But I love reading other people's reviews. So make sure you comment those below. And yeah, let's get into all the things that I made. Okay, so for May, I didn't do a whole lot of anything. I made little projects. So I don't have any with me because I sold all of them, but I made these little sprout hats. I do have a couple up on my website still, but I sold the ones that I have made already. These would be made to order. So I have these sprout hats that I made. I made these little tiny frog amigurumis. I turned them into keychains, which I think are super cute, but I made a bunch of these. And then my last thing that I made was I made this Kindle pouch. So it fits my, I should have grabbed it, but it fits my little Kindle in there, my Kindle Paperwhite. But it's beaded on both sides in like this cool rainbow. But I have the pattern written down, but I don't know if this is something that y'all would be interested, like crocheting with beads, not beading with crochet. crocheting with beads is a little bit tricky and you kind of have to have like a special hook for it, and I didn't know if that was too niche or not. But yeah, I made this too. But those are the 3 things that I made in May. Like I said, I didn't make a lot in May because I was moving and starting a new job and doing all the fun things like that. All right, and here's everything that I worked on this month. So this is my green tank top that I've been working on since like January. She's pretty, she's growing, she's there. I had to take the needles off because I made a beanie with them, but they're going back on because I finished the beanie. So worked on this, and then I started this new design. So I've got a charity event that I'm going to be a part of in August, where I release a pattern, we raise money for charity from the sales of that pattern, and then I'll put it out for free later on. But I started this, so it has like, it's almost like a sampler scarf. It's like different stitches, and I'm kind of obsessed with how it is right now. But it's like a scrappy scarf mixed with a like stash buster type thing. So what I'm doing is I'm using all of my stash yarn, and I had a bunch of mini skeins that were like Halloween themed, and then I had some gray and like gray mauve colored yarn also, so I just put them all together. And so each color change obviously is a mini skein, and then we just started on our like pinkish purple up here, and then so we'll do this and then we'll go through the other colors. But it's also like each section is a different type of stitch. Like obviously this section of knit rows is the same as this section of knit rows, but like we change them every color, so that way you get some like variation in the design. But anyway, those are the 2 projects that I worked on this month. I think they're both really cool. I really need to get that tank top done. It's just a lot of knitting in the round, and it's like 350 stitches all the way around. So each row takes some time. And then there's like purling panels on each side, so it feels like you're knitting fast when in reality you're only knitting half of it at a time. So yeah, so those, like I said, are what I worked on, and now we'll talk about what I finished. Okay, so first thing I finished is this. I have my hair up so it's hard to see, but it's like this little crochet bandana that's got little frog eyes on it. It's so cute. So I have this bandana pattern is a free pattern on my blog, and then I added these little eyes, and I added that as a modification, which is also free. So if you want to go make one of these yourself, you totally can. But yeah, I made that, and then I made this beanie for my partner. It's just a little simple knit beanie in Woolberry's yarn bread, and it's in a cashmere yarn, so it's really, really soft, and he absolutely loves it. It's like July and he's still wearing beanies. And then I designed, if you saw on my Instagram, I designed this sleeve like cropped mesh top. I'm like, look at how pretty that is. Like, look at that. It's like a sunset. So the whole vibe was supposed to be like a city sunset, and I think it worked. So the next thing I worked on is this little bracelet. So this is made with a Cordsmith Mini. If you're following me on Instagram in any way, shape, or form, you've seen me talk about the Cordsmiths. I am absolutely obsessed with them. They're a really cool knitting tool that you can use to make cord. So the mini version of that made these, each individual color is like a different strap or different cord, and then you braid them together. And I have a tutorial to make this on my website as well. I know I'm really plugging my blog today, but I don't know, go check it out, it's pretty cool. And speaking of things on my blog, I also made this granny square ukulele strap. Is that not so cool? But I made this for my ukulele because it came with like a really like fine strap, but it like had plastic on it, so it dug into my shoulder, and I figured this would be nice and soft, plus it's something I made, and then it kind of personalizes my ukulele a little bit more. Not that I'm great at it, nor do I play it for people, but I have a lot of fun when I play it, so now I have a comfy little strap to wear when I am playing it. And then the last thing that I made is the thing that I'm most proud of. I made this beautiful giant beaded triangle scarf. Like, is this not so cool? But I made this. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. It's loaded with these pony beads or candy beads or whatever you want to call them. They're little beads, bracelet beads. And I made this and I'm obsessed with it. I could probably write this pattern up. I didn't write it down as I did it, but it's just like a granny stitch. And then you just increase it at the bottom and at the top, and you add beads into the crochet. I think I actually put this pattern up on my Instagram, if I'm being honest with you. Or at least how I did it. Not pattern, but like how I did it. I think it's up on my Instagram. If not, I'll put it up there. Because I don't know that I feel comfortable writing a pattern for it, because it's not really, I don't know, again, it's niche, right? Like, do you want stuff with beads in it? I don't know. So just comment if you don't mind, or send me an email, sam@sambartley.com, and let me know, do you want stuff with beads in it? I just had a lot of fun with it. It was like a fun ADHD hyperfixation because I saw somebody make like a shirt or something with beads on it on TikTok. But yeah, just let me know what you want and I will work on it, because I'm like super comfy right now in my creativity, like making whatever. And yeah, speaking of making whatever, I forgot to show you, this is the last thing that I made. I made this little frog. I'm not great at amigurumi, I know I'm not, but I think he came out super cute. And then he sits down and he puts his little arms in between and he'll just sit there. He can't because my hand's not flat, but yeah, no, this little, like, look at his little face. Ah, he's so cute. Okay, so anyway, that's all the things that I made this month. Now that I can't believe I forgot him, but you stay right there. But yeah, so that's everything I made this month. I hope this like recap was fine. I know I talked a lot about my website in it, but it's my channel, so I might as well. Anyway, yeah, I hope you have a great week. I have a couple new tutorials coming out. We've got a basket weave stitch tutorial coming out. We've got a crab stitch tutorial coming out. I've got like 2 patterns that I'm trying to get released in July and then 2 in August. So make sure you are signed up for my newsletter if you're not, so that way you'll get all the information first. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I started back up streaming again. I'm trying to do it Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Last week I made it Monday and Sunday, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, just make sure you're following me over on twitch.tv/thesambartley. Yeah, I think that's all the like things I'm gonna plug today. So I hope you have a great week. I will see you in the next video, and yeah, bye y'all.